Hello, good morning students. Welcome to my geography class. I welcome you all in my geography class. I hope you all are very well and enjoying your online classes. Now in today's video, we are going to continue our topic, that is weather and climate. In our previous video of this topic, we have already completed weather and the meaning of weather, what is weather and what are the features of weather. So in today's class, we are going to continue the same topic, that is weather and climate, and we are going to discuss the next part of this topic, that is climate. And now we are going, and in this video, in today's video, we will be also discussing, that is weather versus climate. That means we are going to understand the difference between weather and climate. So let's begin your class. I hope you all are excited to know, because you already know weather now, and now you are very, I feel, eagerly waiting for climate and the difference between weather and climate. So let's begin today's class. So when we talk about climate is the daily weather conditions when it prevail at a place for more than 30 to 35 years. When we study the different elements of weather, when we see the recordings of different elements of weather, like it can be your temperature, the rainfall pattern, the cloud cover, the sunshine, and combinedly when we make an analysis of all these weather conditions prevailing at a place for approximately 30 to 35 years, that aggregate is known as climate of a place. So if you have to define climate, so if we have to define the word climate in comparison to weather, we will say that weather prevails at a large area for a longer period of time, say 30 to 35 years, and it is the aggregate, you can say aggregate calculation of the weather condition of a given place which prevails for a longer period of time. That means we can say climate is steadier, it stays for longer period of time, it is predictable. In unlike weather is not predictable. Weather can change after some time, because it does not stay for a longer period of time. So climate is what? Climate is predictable in nature because it is steadier, because it is sum total of all the weather condition prevailing at that place. When you study about the observation, the weather elements of that place, like temperature, air pressure, atmospheric conditions of that place, humidity, so these all, rainfall, sunshine cover, you can say cloud cover, and so on. When you study all this and aggregate, average, how do we calculate average? Average one by one. Suppose if I say you have to calculate the average of 10 students, what you are going to do? Average marks of 10 students in geography. So what are you going to do? All the marks one by one, it will be added. All the marks of 10 students will be added and it will be divided by 10. So we get the average marks. So same way here also, weather condition day to day it is studied, year wise it is studied, and an average aggregate of that weather condition is taken out, and on that basis we predict the climate of that place. So this is what climate is. If we have to define, it is the sum total of average conditions, sum total of average weather condition for a given place. Now the next thing is that if we same way, because for example, if we say climate of Sahara Desert, it is said that climate of Sahara Desert, if I ask you what is the climate of Sahara Desert, you will be saying it is very hot. And now how it is hot, how it is being said that because observations are made, recordings are being tested for a period of time, for a longer period of time, the weather condition is studied, and then for that period of time, that 30 to 35 years, average is calculated, and on that basis is every day the temperature is very hot, we can say every day the weather condition is very hot, we say that that place Sahara Desert is having hot climate, and for you can say Sri Lanka is having equatorial type of climate. So different places will have different climatic conditions with its own unique features. So, and now before what was done in earlier days, it was done, observations were made, recordings were made, it was written down, and then a calculation, a average was taken out, and then the climate was said the particular place is having so and so climate. But now satellite images are being taken out to study the climate for a given place. So this is what climate is. I hope now you have understood the climate. Now in the next part of this video, we are going to study about difference between weather and climate. I think both this topic are clear to you, weather and climate. Now if we have to make a comparison between these two, that is weather and climate, we will be making a comparison between these two. Now that is what weather is, and now what climate is. Side by side we will be discussing that. So if we talk about difference between, you can say, weather and climate, we will be saying in a quick point wise, even short, if I say and explain you, that is weather is for a shorter period of time, calculated for a shorter period of time, and climate is calculated for a longer period of time. An average of all the weather condition is studied for longer period of time, for if you say like 30 to 35 years, and weather is the atmospheric condition of a place for a given period of time, that is for a short while. Now weather is dynamic in nature. Dynamic means it will keep on changing, it is unpredictable, and climate on the other hand, it is predictable, it stays for a longer period of time. That means weather will act in erratic manner and your climate will act in steadier manner. Now weather is for a short you can say small area, and climate is for a large area. Weather will affect our day-to-day activities. For example, if there is a sudden rainfall in the morning, a heavy rainfall in the morning, your day-to-day activities are affected. Obviously, it is affected. For example, if you have to go to school and a heavy rainfall is there in the morning, you face problem to go to school like you were going in other days. So there will be a difference between these 2 days. So weather is affecting our day-to-day activities, and climate will affect on a broader sense. That means it will help to identify the climatic belts of that place, the cropping pattern of that place, how crops can, in which climate season, in this climatic area, in this certain hot climate, this crop is being, if it is grown, it will produce, it will yield more. So in the same way, cropping pattern can be discussed. Now weather depends on factors like temperature, rainfall, humidity and so on, but climate depends totally on weather conditions which is prevailing on the day, means on a particular day, and when it is for a longer period of time it is studied, average is calculated. Climate totally depends on weather, and weather depends on different factors like rainfall and so on, as I repeated now. Now next is whether all the place, means a certain place can experience all types of weather conditions, but a particular place may not have all types of climate. Listen to this point very carefully, what I mean to say. Or one place, suppose it is our place, and we may experience different types of weather conditions, say a sunny day, rainfall, and you can say cloudy day, bright sunny day and so on, humid day, stormy day, windy day. These weather condition can be experienced at different place also. That means this place and this place number 1 and place number 2, both the places can experience all types of weather conditions, but all types of climate cannot be experienced by these 2 places because of the location, because of the, you can say like Sahara desert, what Sahara climate is there that we may not have, what is the climate of Bombay that northern India may not have. So this is what I am trying to say, a particular place may not experience all type of climate. So this was the difference, you can say, between weather and climate. So weather is for, you can say, dynamic in nature, and your climate is static, constant for a longer period of time. It is for a small place, it is for a large place. Climate is for a large place. Weather will affect our day-to-day activities, and climate will affect in broader sense. For example, studying the climatic condition of that place, studying the, you can say, cropping patterns of that place, and so on. So this is in short what we have discussed about the difference. We have discussed all the differences between weather and climate. I hope this topic is clear to you now. Weather and climate in different ways we have discussed, and the difference between these two, and I hope my students will be able to identify the difference and will be able to tell that what is weather and what is climate. So that's all for today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.